Hello everybody. See how well this goes. I'm having some battery troubles. Haven't been able to film anything yet, but I'm gonna try to prop the car up. Hopefully my batteries will be close to charged and I can film this whole thing. Today I'm going to, as long as my motivation holds, I'm gonna put my dual caliper brackets in, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna prop the car up and get going, get my eyes on the project, see if I still feel the same. As you can tell, I am procrastinating as best as I can here, but I'm gonna try this. Alright, well, that's taken care of. Alright, I spent most of yesterday procrastinating, but I also wanted to make sure I had everything. Got my brackets, the plate for where to mount the hydro handbrake, the lines. I actually didn't have any Loctite or anything, and I wanted to grab that before I did it, for especially the brackets. I didn't have anything to thread lock on it. And then I did buy a Harbor Freight special slide hammer, and just making sure I had everything that I could. Got through the diff fluid, 75 W140, and a bunch of brake clean, so we can clean up the diff and any parts that we need. The only thing I'm worried about right now is cleaning the gasket material off of the diff cover. So hopefully some of my trim tools or something, I might have a plastic one somewhere, but that's the only thing I'm worried about right now. And other than that, I'm gonna prop her up, start getting my hands on it, and seeing if I'm gonna full send her today. Oh yeah, one of the great videos I found on YouTube, I'm sure anybody can find it, it's probably the most popular one, is Chris Fix. But he did advise to get one of these once you're in there if you can. They're super cheap. It's a differential shaft lock bolt. It comes with the Loctite on it and everything, so you can just slap that together after you're done with the job. Other than that, I'm just like, these Duncan brackets are kind of making me wonder. Like, I bought everything Scott IDI except the brackets, because I just bought it thinking I need to get it, like I need to get a set of brackets so I can get there, like I can change them later. But you come to find out, if you haven't done this job before, it's pretty inclusive. So just to get the brackets on, you have to bust the diff open, undo that diff shaft. There's like a shaft in there that bolt goes to. So that's the beginning. Then you pop the axles in, pull the clips off, and then slide the axles out, and then you can put the brackets on. So if you haven't done this job, strap in, because that's why it's taken me so long, because I'm like, man, there could be a lot to happen in between that time. Alright, I'm going to jack her up and start getting under there. One of the things I like doing is, you see those teeth on your jack? Put them behind the K-member, the very back edge, just in case anything slips, because once this lifts up, it'll slide that way, and the teeth will catch it and not allow it to slide off of the jack. Could save you in the end. My dog has been alerted to me. Got to introduce you to Kate. Okay. Oh, you little guard dog. Hi. You gonna come outside? Yeah? You see the girl. What are you doing? Hi. You staying outside? I'm gonna leave that open for you. Okay. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Good night. Undo your lug nuts before you jack the car up, especially on the front. Well, that's how you drain your Mustang, you know what I'm saying? Just tilt it up to the sky about 45 degrees and all the water drops out. Like, what the heck did he do that I didn't? Can't hold it by the axle. You gotta hold it by the pinch wheel. Dang it. Alright. We'll switch up. Like, how this job's gonna be horrible. How can I get to the diff? This is ridiculous. It's in the details. I'm back, all snacked up and everything. Alright, I'm gonna take the wheels off so I can inspect everything else. I'm gonna try to break the fill cap, make sure we're good to go. And unfortunately, I'm already riding lower. Unfortunately, I already lowered my car, so the axle like doesn't drop as much. So this is kind of what we're working with. It's not that low to work with. I think everybody else I've seen work on theirs drops more, so they got more room to work. So I think I'm going to I think I'm gonna release the Kraken. I'm gonna prop the axle up a little bit to relieve the pressure on the bottom of the struts, and hopefully with both of them disconnected, the axle will drop lower and I'll have more room to work on the back of that diff. But I'm gonna try all the other stuff, and this might be like, you guys see that? Who's just floating in the air a second ago? Sorry, squirrel. Yeah, I'm gonna basically test everything to make sure that I'm good to go, and I feel like I'm just like inching closer and closer, like, all right, I'm gonna send it. But let me check everything out and see how we're doing. seated. Yeah, brakes loose. I'm gonna leave that there for now. That goes. I'm gonna start messing around, see if it's easy enough to take those bottom bolts off of the back struts, the rear struts, and see if the axle drops. Because if that happens, I think we're good to go. I'll be able to access all the bolts and have a little easier time cleaning the mating surfaces for the differential cover and then obviously the diff. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's bottomed out. And that gave us a lot more room. I'm glad I did that. The springs will be a pain in the ass because they freaking came loose. But inevitable with what we were doing. But you could see that there's a mile more space to work, so it seems like everything's kind of lining up, everybody. Am I gonna do this today? Maybe. Alright. Hey, stay tuned, man. Loader up. Here's the fun part coming up. Right in the middle is where we need to be after we take that shaft out. And that'll allow the axles to get pushed inward, and then we'll pop the clip, or like this little C, I don't know, clip off of it, and then the axles will be able to pop out. Almost. I'll tell you what though, it's awkward under here. Oh no. I'm not a jackass. And I didn't strip it. You've done your work. It's time for you to call it. Tilt a little bit. Nice. So it ended up being an E9, like a specialty one for your ABS sensor right there. The more you know, eh? So you gotta remove your ABS sensors, because if you notice, when I push it in, boop, right on it, right here. I don't like it. It's super difficult. Get up there. There. Just when you think you're done. I'm gonna be able to show that, but it moved a bunch now. Okay, let's see if I can fish one out. There's one. If I'm right, the axle should pop out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Had some technical difficulties yesterday. I've got everything set back up. But I did have to go get some other tools. Good old Harbor Freight let me down with their slide hammer. So hopefully these do the trick. I mean, they do say that they're for axle bearings, so we'll see. I'm hoping that these edges will do the trick, because that Harbor Freight one does not have anything to hold the bearing, and it didn't even get the seal out, which was a big, and they held it for me. This one's a little more substantial, and it's more than twice the weight of that other hammer. I think the other one's 2 pounds or some stuff. But yeah, hopefully that'll work, and then I'll be able to get these bearings out and get going. It was such a headache. The seal was way different than anything I had ever messed with. It's like a cup one. It goes in and there's like, you can see where I was tugging on it. Now you know, no more you know. Now I know. It was ridiculous though. It took like 2 hours for me to get the damn thing out. Freaking ridiculous. But got it out, and then found out that my the slide hammer that I bought wouldn't even, there wasn't an attachment in the thing that allowed me to grab onto that bearing and pull it out. So no bueno. So now try to get the bearings out. Hopefully that goes smoothly. And then the install, I gotta put new axle bearings, new axle bearings and seals. Hopefully all that lines up, and then onto the brackets. Exhibit A. This one. Maybe not. Houston. Thank you, God. Cool. Can I do it with my hands? No. I do need the slide hammer. Probably a little unnecessary, but might as well, huh? Yeah! Bearing out. Woo! I'm so glad I'm changing these right now. So much gook and cookies. Is that even a word? So much junk. Sludge. Clean your surfaces. Holy dirty. This is that special kind that didn't change for 20 years sludge. give it a good start. So I'm putting this seal on, the bearing goes in decent and bends like the second hit I try to put this damn seal in. But I took it out and messed with it and thought I was done for the day because I couldn't finish the whole job. But I'm gonna run with it. I think it's good enough to do the job. I just really hope I'm not back in here because of it. But I think I'm okay. Man, really hope that other one goes way easier. Because this passenger side made me not want dual calipers. Alright. Moment of truth. See what happens. So I'll probably just do both of them at the same time. That way the next side goes relatively smooth. But it looks like when it's lined up and the bottom bolts are in and it's seated over that like ring, there's like another ring or lip in there that it slides over. The top two don't line up, so I'm just gonna shave a little bit off of the bottom so it cinches up and coat it down. I'm just gonna keep on doing this until it fits. So what you're looking for is to slide. There won't be any resistance, and you just kind of rock it back and forth until those teeth on the long end meet up with your diff. And then it just slides in. Maybe right in the middle. That one goes. turn it till the shaft thing runs back up. And if it goes in, which it did, it's still partially out, but I'm gonna go get the shaft lock bolt. But it cleared everything. Alright, so we're pretty much done. Everything's locked in, brackets are tight. Use my boom blocker. 488. Tighten everything. They're pretty dope. They put a bolt pattern. So now it's kind of just fluids and in the diff and then putting everything back together. So I'm gonna tinker. I've only got a minute of space left, so I might put another update in, but most likely I'm gonna end it here. This job's been a bear. A grizzly bear. Whatever. I know, a little weak, but that will do it. I'm gonna put her on. I don't have the, unless I'm mistaken and I'm not paying attention to it, I have to get the bracket. That is another thing I'll pick apart. The actual bracket for the caliper. So I gotta grab another one of those. Or two. Gotta grab a pair. But all the hard parts are done, and I can't wait. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you did. If you haven't, please do so. And be safe out there. Have a good one.